Hello, Plomo fans. It's Speedball Haro, and today I got for you guys from the Creative Fields brand, the number 57 second unit in their brand, the Oni Flame Armor Puppet. Now, if you guys recall, I did another video on their first unit, their industry type puppet, armor puppet unit, and from those who might recall, these little guys have a really cool little gimmick for their size, and that is that pretty much all the ones I have known and built so far, all of them have an inner frame system, like, well, almost like a Bandai RG, so to speak. And that is really cool about this little guy, because these guys are not big. They are small, but they have great articulation for their size. And of course, very many possibilities, which I will, well, try to get into as much as possible here. So we're going to see about our friend here. As you can see, I already have him in this cool assault pose with his twin blades on his back and such. And of course, armed with throwing stars and kunais and all that. And this really cool scarf that he has right here. I love it. And yes, no paint required, no stickers. Yeah, it's just out of the box and, and such like that. I love it. And yes, as I stated, has really nice articulation. Sorry, it always pops off when I don't want it to. But as you can see, I can move his arm up and down, in and out. His hand is, of course, on a ball joint. And, of course, he has elbow articulation and elbow, and, of course, a swivel right here. Gotta love that. Makes it easy for posing and such. And, yes, the scarf, too, also has a little articulation. A little ball joint. Head also has neck setup, double hinge. Though it's a little stiff, though. I don't know if it's just mine or, yeah, just how it is, but it is a little stiff, as you can see. Sorry, it's a little hard to move it sometimes. And he has, let me move that out of the way. I can move this so you guys can see he has an ab crunch. Love that. And he does have full waist complete turn. Love that. He has leg articulation in and out, and just like his arms, he does have full swivel, and he has a double knee. Yes, you heard me, a double knee with, of course, feet articulation. So that means you can put this little fella in a lot of good poses. That is really cool. I love it. And of course, being that this version is based, of course, on ninjas, we of course have his ninja backpack setup that also has articulation that can move up and down pretty much, and such like that. Though I must let you know, for some reason this one attachment has this, well, it doesn't like to stay on too much, and it can be popped off a bit easier than I would like it. So yeah, but nothing big, guys. And as you can already see, I have him set up on his personal stand that all these kits come with. I love that. This little, I believe it's like a kind of barrier part. It doesn't attach to the stand. It just, you can just stand it out in front of him like that as a kind of barricade kind of deal. And then, of course, the actual stand itself, which once I take these out of the way, you can see it's really nice. And it's interchangeable. You can swap it around any way you want, and it's designed to, of course, connect with fellow 57 units. See? You can set it up as a wall. You can set it up as a, well, I guess a door in this case because of how it's designed. I know, but you got options, guys. It's really nice. I love that part about these kits. You get all these stands that you can just have them ready to battle on, pose on, whatever you want to do with them, guys. And lastly, for his current accessories, he has these really cool bladed weapons, which with certain parts you do have left over, you can of course recreate a complete giant throwing star. Love it. Let's see. And speaking of parts, because one thing to always know about these kits, guys, you're gonna have a lot of parts left over. I mean, literally a lot. And I can prove that because I have them all right here. It's insane how many parts this kid has left over. And actually not just this one, other ones. I think it's like a standard with them that they have to have a ton of parts left over. For one, you have all the interchangeable hands that you want. And yes, these aren't on runners. These come in this really cool little repackageable, storageable seal that you, of course, get multiple hands with, of tack hands, open hands, such like that. They are small, so you be careful. You can lose them pretty easily. And, yeah, such like that. Let's move that out of the way. I also have right here on this portion is the other armor accessories you can change the Oni Flame into from his full armor to a light armor version, as you can see right there in the picture back there, and such like that, which I can show you in a bit. But the one feature I got to show you guys is the special gimmick that the kits come with, or at least a few I've seen come with, and that is a number of them come with clear armor. Yeah, as you can see, this is all clear armor parts. It's the exact same armor like he has on now and what I have over here, but it's all in clear parts. So if you wanted to do a version with his inner frame on clear armor, you can do that. It's really nice. Though I must give a small warning, guys. I only say this because of the industry unit I built. When I worked on the clear ones, sadly, I noticed the clear parts can crack easier than the standard parts can. So just a little heads up on that one, okay? I haven't taken these ones off yet to test that. I haven't decided what I want to do with them, but just a heads up that they can crack. Let's see. What else? You also, of course, get a bunch of leftover stand parts as well. Exact same parts you get with pretty much all their kits, I believe, from what I know so far. And such like that. Just connector parts, other stuff like that. It's pretty much it there, and other parts you can put on it. And of course, lastly for parts, let's see. Ooh, the one weapon I didn't show off yet, this extension kunai. I really like this. It's really cool, guys. Look at this. It's a simple wire gimmick weapon, but it attaches the end of a kunai, and of course you would attach it into his hand, part of him, whatever you want to do, and of course you have a kunai blade coming right at you. So it's definitely really cool, guys. I love it. And of course you can bend it, whatever you want to do, pose it as. It's really cool. And other than that, you pretty much just have leftover parts from the actual inner frame, guys. Because, note, if you didn't want to put the armor on, you can display the actual, well, kit in its base form. This little head and such. And if you do want to see more about that, I did show that off in my Industries review. I decided just to show you guys the armor in this case, because it's the same inner frame they use for most of their kits. And you do get a leftover wire part. Just extra and such like that. So yeah, let's move that out of the way, and we'll do a quick size comparison, of course, before I do anything else. Here he is with the EG Strike Gundam. So that's 144 to him, and that's while he's on his stand. So to make it even, let's take that out of the way now so you guys can see that. So yeah, it's he's short. But then again, ninjas, you know, whatever the size, they're still deadly no matter what. Let's see. Take him out. And just for fun, here is my Haropla TriStar unit. Almost about the same size in height. So yeah, that tells you guys. And lastly, I will show him with his wave mate, the Industry mecha, right there. As you guys can see, it's a really cool setup, and like I told you, the stands can interconnect, so of course you can have them displayed attacking each other, just standing with each other, whatever you want to do, guys. It's really nice. I like that. So yeah, I love it. And yes, I will of course show you guys the armor gimmick right in a minute. But first, let me just simply say, would I recommend this little guy? Absolutely. If you're an army builder, you practically need a bunch of these, especially if you love ninjas, because I'll show you right here on the manual. As you can see, this really cool scene piece they have set up where you can, if you have multiple stand parts and such, you know, you can have them displayed everywhere attacking. And of course, if you have multiple units, well, they definitely look good in a group, I'll tell you that. They definitely do. Though, there is one other kit they really do look good with. And, one second. That's, of course, if you want to get their other unit. There's one specific unit you need to get if you want to upgrade them even further, and that is the 57's Shadow Wolf. The reason why I say for him, because he's pretty much the, well, bike unit to this little guy, and as you can see here, as it's set up right there, a nice setup. The coolest part is that this little kit here comes with extra parts specifically for the Oni Flame kit. So if you wanted to upgrade them into that, that would be really nice in my opinion. So yeah, that's about it, guys. And in a second, you'll see me transform him into his light armor version. So yeah, thank you, guys.